Misogyny is often framed as a problem of men hating women, but at its core, misogyny is a hatred and suppression of the feminine itself, both in women and men. Narcissism is misogyny. Female narcissist friends embody this misogyny, functioning as enforcers of a system designed to distort and control feminine energy in everyone. Where does this misogyny come from? The root of this misogyny lies in the patriarchal, narcissistic system that fears the true feminine because it represents life, intuition, emotional intelligence, and authenticity, qualities that cannot be easily controlled. To maintain dominance, this system programs both men and women to distort and suppress the feminine, ensuring that no one, regardless of gender, can access their full power. Female narcissists as enforcers of misogyny. A female narcissist friend doesn't just sabotage individual women, she polices femininity itself. She ensures that the women around her remain trapped in distorted versions of the feminine, insecurity, competition, emotional manipulation, and subservience. She replaces the male authority figure with herself. Her role is to prevent true feminine energy from surfacing because if it did, it would disrupt the entire narcissistic hierarchy. She becomes a handler of women, much like the male authorities she once complied with. Instead of being suppressed by men, they are now suppressed by women who serve as agents of misogyny, misogynists in feminist clothing. Often, these women may even save others from abusive men, only to replace that abuse with female group support or sisterhood, which she will later use to control them. It's a change of masters, but the game remains the same. So, be aware of them. While some genuine feminist women do care and create supportive groups, there will also be false feminists who say all the right things and initially seem extremely helpful, only to trap you with a sense of love, gratitude, loyalty, and debt to them. They use these emotions to establish their absolute control, turning the group into their narcissistic system and making you comply, otherwise, you risk losing your sense of belonging. It's important to listen to feminist ideas, but be very careful with any groups that offer belonging and support, as these can become your group of control and oppression later on after you entrusted them, a narcissistic system of misogyny dressed in feminine clothing here. Over time, this can lead to women returning to male abusive systems, as they'll perceive how female groups have abused them even more. It's all part of the strategy. Narcissism as a system of feminine suppression. Narcissism, at its core, is about control and distortion. It thrives on suppressing the feminine because the true feminine energy, whether in men or women, threatens the narcissistic power structure by promoting authenticity, emotional intelligence, and balance. Female narcissists are not the architects of this system, they are products of it, programmed to maintain the status quo. It is shocking to realize how their methods of manipulation and control mirror exactly what men do to women. Whatever I have experienced with female narcissists, I now see that men have been casually doing the same things to women, and other men, constantly, all while being celebrated as good men. Breaking free. The only way to escape the influence of such a female narcissist friend, and the system she upholds, is to, first and foremost, never allow yourself to be caught in her web. Stay independent and avoid seeking belonging. If you've already gotten close and noticed the first signs of toxicity, disengage completely. Fighting her or the group directly will only strengthen the distortion. Instead, the key is to walk away and reconnect with your own definition of femininity, free from external conditioning, and embody it fully. It's crucial to be cautious of female groups that seem supportive. While some genuinely supportive groups might exist, many narcissistic groups are disguised as sisterhoods. These groups may lure you in with love bombing, genuine help, and a sense of connection, only to exploit your desire for belonging, loyalty, and a sense of gratitude and indebtedness. This dynamic keeps you stuck and confused when the abuse starts, making it harder to recognize the manipulation and leave. Always stay as independent as possible.